Hey everyone, welcome to a new episode of Git Good at Open Transport Tycoon. Now, our network is getting quite big, quite crowded. We've been transporting almost any type of cargo, but there's one type of cargo we haven't touched yet, which is valuables. Now, in a temperate climate like we have here, valuables get produced at banks. We have a bank here, and we can transport these valuables to other banks. Now, for this bank, we already have a station nearby, and it looks like the bank is within the coverage area of the station because the station accepts valuables. So this is a nice unloading station, so I think it's a good idea to also bring our valuables from other banks to this station. So now we just need to find other banks to connect. Now, I already checked on the map. If we go to industries, banks are small and wide, and they may be quite difficult to find. If you hold your mouse over them, they will actually blink, which makes them easier to see. Well, I can see 4 of them. So there's the one in Penfield, which I just showed you. There's one in Chartborn, one in Sendinghead, and one in Cheatinghatton. Let's go check Cheatinghead first, because it seems to be in the edge of the city, and it should be easy to connect. So here it is. Produces 72 bags of valuables per month, which is quite a good amount. It's on the edge of the city. It will be easy to make a station here, except for reputation, which is poor. But poor should still be good enough for us to build something there. So let's quickly make a station. Alright, that was easy. Now, the banks usually don't produce that many valuables. So, well, this one does 64 bags per month. Let's see how much valuables train transports. Or valuables wagon, I mean. So, for valuables we have an armored boxcar, and it can hold 20 bags of valuables. So, this one produces 64. So 3 wagons per month. So now it will wait 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. I think we can have a full train, which should take 4 months. And then it should still be able to deliver some valuables every year. Alright, and at this station, I think we will just transport the valuables from all our banks to this station. So at this station I will not tell it to full load any cargo, but I just want it to take whatever is here, whatever valuables are here, and then just go back to its original station. Because we will have many valuables trains going to the station, so there's no point in trying to load them fully here, because this bank doesn't produce that much, and I don't want to wait too long here. So now it will just take anything that's here. Okay, that's our first bank connected. We may copy this train. Heck, let's just copy this train. Maybe a little bit overkill for what this bank produces, but I think they should both become profitable, since it takes 4 months to fully load one train. Alright, here we have another city, Chartborn. This one also has a bank. It will be difficult to make a station here. So what I think I will do is just make some trucks to transport the valuables to a different city. To a different city, I mean to a different station. I think we can transport the valuables to this station. It currently only has one train. It's quite close to the other to the other station, so one train should be enough here. Now, how much does this bank produce? 32 bags, okay. So it's probably best to do a short train here, since only 1/2 wagon gets loaded per month. So, I think I will remove this depot here. Just extend this station a little bit. Now, I hope that didn't ruin my reputation. Okay, it's still poor. Poor is good enough for me. So let's make a truck stop next to the bank. Let's put it here. And we can make another truck stop near the station. Well, you can make it right next to the station so it's connected, or you can put it a little bit further away and just hold control while you click. And then you can just select the station here in this list. And now the station is connected to this truck stop. Well, not actually directly connected. So let's make some roads now. Alright. Now for road traffic we also need a depot. Let's make it over here. Now let's make some armored trucks. Let's take the fastest one we can find. And we tell it to go to this station here. Pull out any cargo. And right here we tell it to transfer and leave empty. Okay, one of these trucks can hold 15 bags of valuables, and this one produces around 32 per month. I think we can do with 4 trucks. But if they can't keep up, we'll just buy a few extra. Alright, these trucks will now transfer the valuables from this bank to this station here. So now we'll also need a train for that. I think we can do it. Let's do 6 wagons. So each of these wagons take I think 20 bags of valuables. And they will transport them here, and they will take any valuables that train will take any valuables it will find at this station. Alright. Now there's 2 other banks. Let's see if we can connect those. I forgot where they were, so let's check again. Bank. So there's only one remaining at Cheating Hatton. Okay, I'm not sure if we can actually connect station to here. So yeah, we have 5 good trains potentially that will be waiting here. We should probably make a new station for this. Okay, I will make a new station to take valuables from this bank and transport it to the other city. Alright, I think I figured it out. We'll just make a truck stop here. Truck station. And I'll make a new station here, if the city allows it. 4 is good enough. And we'll make the station right here. Oh, poor is not good enough apparently. So we need to make them happy again. Well, we could use tree spam. There's also something else you can do in Open Transport Tycoon, which is bribing the local authority. Now when you do that, there's a small chance you get caught bribing them. But let's give it a try anyway. So now our reputation is very poor. If we bribe them, the reputation should increase. But again, we should not get caught. There's always a chance it will go wrong. And then the reputation will be very bad and we won't be able to do any of these things in this menu for a while. So let's see how it goes. Okay, now it's poor, mediocre. Alright, I will keep it like this now. Because if we get greedy, there's of course a bigger chance we will get caught. Alright, now we can make a station here. Flat land required. Alright, we have our station now. That probably ruined our reputation again. No, we are still good. Alright. Now let's make a road to this station. Alright. And now we just have to connect the station to our main line. And then we can start transporting valuables. Okay, let's see how much this... oof, that's really bad. It doesn't produce a lot. So I'll make a short train for that bank. The distance to the station is quite big. So I think I'll make 2 trains, just so one of them will always be loading here. And I'll make them both quite short, just because the bank doesn't produce a lot. So if we do 4 wagons, it should take 4 months for them to fill up. So let's tell them to load here. And they will leave their valuables here. And of course they will also take any valuables that should be in the station. Okay. As you can see, this station is already starting to produce valuables, which means one of our valuables trains has already unloaded here, which is nice. You can already see that valuables trains are starting to make a profit. Valuables are one of the cargo types you earn the most for. So if you look at this graph, the top line is valuables. So yeah, you get a lot of money for it if you transport valuables. So that's why it's probably a good idea to do that. But yeah, the banks don't really produce a lot of them. So you should do it in a clever way. Now the trains here are waiting to load valuables, but of course no valuables are transported yet. So for that we need to start up some of our trucks. So let's do that. I'm not sure, but I think 2 trucks should be enough, since the bank doesn't produce a lot and this station is really close to the bank. We're speeding up now. You can see the trucks are starting to load valuables. And I will bring them to the station now. And I forgot to tell them to transfer it. Sorry, that's an important step, or else they will just keep the valuables. That was silly. Alright. Now, since they're both full, they should now both go to this station and leave their valuables there. I always check if a station suddenly starts to accept a different type of cargo. That usually means a new industry has spawned right next to it. But right now it's an oil refinery, which is not that useful for me in that location. Now these trains should start filling up quite slowly, because the bank doesn't produce a lot. But one of them is almost half full and should start bringing valuables to the unloading station soon. Now, you can actually create more banks. You can actually create more industries. By default, well, if you press and hold this industry button, you can find the button here, Fund New Industry. And here you can actually fund some new industries. So you can fund a new bank, a factory, oil refinery, a power plant, sawmill or steel mill. In the options you can also tell the game to allow funding, for example, of iron mines or coal mines. But this funding new industries is usually very expensive. Well, currently we don't have to worry too much about money, but normally in the beginning of the game this is really out of your budget, out of reach for your budget. Anyway, we can fund a new bank, so let's do that. And we can actually select a tile for the bank to spawn. We probably need a city. Let's see if we can make a new bank right here. We have to replace a house, alright. Okay, looks like it's not working. Okay, we probably need this town to grow a little bit more before a bank is allowed to spawn in it. So yeah, that's a lesson learned. Now there's also an option here, let's see if we can find it. Okay, I found a setting here for industries, but I think this only concerns manual primary industry construction method. So that's what I spoke about earlier. So right now we cannot tell the game to build any more coal mines or iron mines. That's because manual primary industry construction method is set to none. Now if you set it to as other industries, you can place a coal mine somewhere if you want. And if you set it to prospecting, it means that you can fund a new coal mine, but you have no control over where it gets placed. I usually just set it to prospecting, just for that little bit of extra challenge and randomness. I like getting a random location for a primary industry for me to connect. Just makes it a little bit more challenging. Now let's fund a new industry. Now for banks, I think, yeah, it wants me to place it somewhere. Let's see if we can make a new coal mine somewhere. I just click it a few times, but it will cost money. Well, one thing, probably every city in this map already has a coal mine. So one thing about this game is that by default industries, well, every city will only get one type of, maximum of one type of industry. For example, this great Slanford coal mine, then no other coal mines will be spawned near Slanford. Of course, OpenTTD being OpenTTD, you can overrule this setting, and then you can have more coal mines per city. Anyway, let's see if we can spawn another primary industry somewhere. Iron ore mine, maybe a forest. Well, it may take a while for us to actually see them get built. I'm curious to see if this will actually work now, if the game can find a suitable location to spawn a new industry. It actually looks like some new forests have spawned. Another one here. And another one here, near the other one. So yeah, it's, our funding actually helped a little bit. Because there were not no forests at every town. So yeah, that's nice. Looks like we have some new industries to connect later. But yeah, sadly for banks, we probably need to have more cities in the map. Right now, there's only a few suitable cities. I could try maybe here. Let's give that a go. Ah, look at that. We have a new bank here. No. So yeah, the bank has to replace existing buildings. I guess this town is just big enough. And this station, this used to be a station to deliver our goods, but it's no longer used. And now it's probably really useful to transfer some, to start transporting some valuables towards our other bank. Now we still need to connect this station in the proper way. It looks like it's only connected in this direction and in this direction, but our bank is in this direction. So let's see about connecting it first. No, this bank hasn't started producing any... Never mind. It just started producing valuables while I wanted to say it hasn't produced any valuables yet. So, 54 bags of valuables. It is quite close to the end station. I think I'll, instead of one train, I'll make 2 shorter trains. That should help them get profitable, and it should make sure at least one train is always loading here. Now let's see how our valuables trains are doing. So right now these two are... I think they're going to one of the stations over here, the shorter trains. They're making some profit. That's good. These ones I just built, and it looks like they're all doing just fine. I like to sort my trains by profit last year. That usually helps to see which trains are doing well and which ones are not doing well. Now I noticed some of the trains are still of the older type. They probably don't have a depot along their route. So I should probably make some depots, because we don't want to have shorter trains in between the faster trains, because that will really slow down our network. Okay, so to summarize, we've connected the... Well, we started transporting valuables from several cities to this station here, which already happened to be connected to a bank. And we've connected this bank here using a truck station with some armored trucks, which transported to this station over here. We've made our own bank at this station using fun new industry. The city was just big enough, and when I clicked the houses, they were replaced with this bank, so that was good. I also tried placing a bank in other towns, but they were just not big enough yet. And we've also connected this bank over here using this truck station, which again transfers its valuables to the station over here. And we've connected this bank with a train station directly. Alright, that was it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you again in the next one. See you later.